Great motivation was there when more than for 2 years, half of China, they have walked on foot without any transportation.
And only if you believe, then you can support and work with others together. I think yes, this spirit of the Long March is something like a glue in the Chinese society, I think.
The Long March spirit is all about sacrifices, the ability to sacrifice, the ability to show highest degrees of determination. The spirit is important. One of the basic spirits of Long March was that the leadership at that time was very, very concerned about the men they were commanding. And there are numerous instances where the leadership sacrificed their own personal comfort for the safety and well-being of their troops. There are several stories, and to single out one would be quite unfair. One story which comes to my mind is that is of a squad leader who was to look after a small group of stragglers and injured sick people. As the story goes, that he used to feed the boys who were under his command, often sacrificing his own food. At many times he remained hungry. After a few months, I am told that because of starvation, he himself became sick and eventually he died. But he ensured that the men who were under his command, they survived and they were able to complete the march. They have inherited the Long March spirit. The spirit can be seen whenever I see the Chinese soldiers in the campus here. I can see the spirit is still alive.
As I was a soldier who was serving on board of ships, we spent months at sea. And during these months at sea, during winter, you had to do exactly the same what was doing on the Long March. So you have to support each other all the time. It is following dreams, following leadership. It is mutual support. I think the Long March was an exceptional event, let's say, because it took so long and there were so many people. But you can break it down to a unit level, company level, ships level, whatever, where people have to work together, support each other, believe in leadership, and follow, the mission. So it is a system of people working together for one goal, believing in what they do, and only if you believe, then you can support and work with others together. I think yes, this spirit of the Long March is something like a glue in the Chinese society, I think. Whenever it comes to Chinese heuristica, habits and similar things, there is a common sense of thinking. And I think perhaps not everything, but a lot is based on the common sense from the Long March. Dedication, commitment, trust and support to others.
I was very young, maybe 10 years old, that I saw a fighter aircraft which was flying very low, and the speed and the sound was so amazing. So I went, saw this aircraft. I had the dream to sit in that aircraft. It was a long dream. It was a dream which required a lot of hard work, spirit, motivation, and hardship. So, the spirit is just like the Long March. Great motivation was there when more than for 2 years, half of China, they have walked on foot without any transportation. These were common people, farmers, and people who did not have many money. And the big army of KMT was following, trying to annihilate them, kill them. And these Chinese people, which carried out this long march all across China, half of them went to the north and west to save so as to regroup and become strong. And this is what is required for the leadership, because China has a great leadership. And under the leadership, the spirit is still going off the long march, the great struggle, determination, and facing great difficulties of weather, of big army. And that spirit is what is the motivation behind, coming from way back 80 years, the long march.